The next is thin layer chromatography. It is a separation technique where the stationary phase is applied as a thin layer on a solid support plate with a liquid mobile phase. That is the only one difference. The principle of thin layer chromatography, or shortly TLC. This technique is based on the principle that components of a mixture are separated with a component having an affinity towards the stationary phase binds to the stationary phase. The other components are eluted with the mobile phase. The substrate is bound to the stationary phase so that the reactive sites for the binding of components are exposed. Now the sample is passed through the bubble phase where the components with binding sites for the substrate binds to the stationary phase while the rest of the components are eluted. After separation, the molecules are seen as spots at different locations throughout the stationary phase. The detection of molecules is performed by various detectors. The explained theory is shown by means of your diagram. After the completion of the mobile phase, you can able to see there are various parts at various distances in the stationary phase. The stationary phase is uniformly applied on the solid support. It may be a glass or a tin plate or aluminium foil and dried. The sample is injected as spots on the stationary phase about 1 centimeter above the edge of the plate. The sample loaded plate is then carefully dipped into the mobile phase, not more than 1 centimeter. After the mobile phase reaches near the edge of the plate is taken out. The retention factor is calculated as in paper chromatography, and the separated components are detected by different techniques. Students, I hope you can able to understand the paper chromatography and thin layer chromatography are almost same. Okay, so because in there we'll be using a paper instead, a cellulose paper is going to be there. Here it may be a thin plate of, it may be made of glass or aluminum foil, right? Uses of TLC. It is routinely performed in laboratories to identify different substances present in the mixture, and analysis of fibers, and even in pharmaceutical products it is used, and identification of medicinal plants and their composition. In that area also it is